Like, I didn't hit the record button because I was literally sitting here for 3.5 minutes waiting for a fucking game, and I was just kind of like, after like the first minute or so, I just kind of ran out of bullshit to ramble on about, and it was me just sitting here awkwardly in more or less silence, waiting for a fucking game for 2.5 more minutes, uh, which was kind of ass. But speaking of ass, well, we have standard battle. Yeah. Uh, let's see, Akazuki and Z-23, Alaska radar, potential radar in the Minotaur, uh, a bunch of battleships that I don't really care about, and a midway. So honestly, not a too stacked game in terms of threats to my ship. There's the one radar, potentially two, Akazuki and Z-23, that both of which I outspot, and there's the midway to grief me as well. So, uh, really, I think the biggest threat to me is just this midway because, well, I mean, it's a fucking tier 10 carrier with HE bombs, and very heavy HE bombs, which is something that I don't want to deal with today. And I also don't want to deal with standard battle, but Matt, this is just one of those days where I guess matchmaking is just gonna be like, hey, you know what would be really funny is if we just made everyone play the shittiest game mode in the game over and over again with carriers. So, you know, that's always fun. I'm gonna turn off our AA here. Jesus Christ, how am I still spotted? Okay, whatever. We're gonna take a little bit of a risk here, boys. That Minotaur potentially is a radar minnow, but I'm not too worried about, because even if he is a radar Minotaur, at best he can probably be like maybe like around here somewhere for right now. And by the time he'll be able to get me into radar range, I'll be angled out and able to escape more or less unscathed. So I'm not too worried about the Minotaur. What I am kind of thinking about doing is getting griefed by a carrier. That's what we're going to be doing here today. This is what this game's about to be. And yep, that's a radar minnow. Because of course it would be. On the bright side, maybe our team is going to be able to dev strike it. Maybe this Nevsky, maybe the GK, perhaps. There's the Alaska as well, which is a little annoying. And you can probably hear Stewie over here in the background meowing his little head off, like Stewie does. Alaska. There's a fucking course both of their radars are over here. Of course, there's the fucking Minotaur again. The radar finally went down. Although we do know that that is a radar Minotaur, and it's unfortunate that those ran out, but oh well. I guess our play for right now is just gonna be try and keep not the fucking Minnesota, focus the Alaska. What the fuck? Oh, it's an Essex. That checks out. Our goal is just gonna be try and keep these radar cruisers spotted for right now. That's our main thing, is just try and keep these cruisers spotted for our Colbert, Nevsky, potentially the Amagai, and Grosser Kerfers to be able to dumpster them. This Alaska's just gonna play the Island Cockroach game. And we're radared anyway, so fuck it. We're probably not going to get out of this radar range until by the time our gun bloom goes down, so we might as well take a few cheeky shots. There's the Minotaur. The person is going to be pushing down 9-10 it looks like. Yeah, there goes the and went that radar. It did run out of duration there, and we know that because we were still in the radar range and we went dark. And this Minotaur probably has radar again off of cooldown. But if we can keep this island in between ourselves and this Minotaur to limit his line of fire, we should be okay. I'm honestly really tempted to burn a reload booster right here. No, I don't think this island's going to cut off my best angle, and this is also a max range shot. And there's Sejong torpedoes already out on him, so I'm just going to wait for yeah, okay, actually, this person is gonna slow down into the second set, it looks like. And here comes planes, because of course there would be. Just gonna launch one set out towards the Preußen, and I don't... Well, honestly, there's nothing else really in this range for me to launch my torpedoes at anyway. Rip to the Sejong. Nope. Never mind. And again with this fucking carrier. And this guy's most definitely running Hydra right now, but that's fine. Minotaur retreated behind the island, so I'm not worried about him right now. I think what my play is going to be for right now is with the death of that Alaska and the Preußen going down, I think our play is going to be... We can either go and try and get this Akizuki killed by hard spotting him, or we can put torpedoes out on this Minnesota, who is almost definitely going to be gamer turning. I really... Is this guy gonna just sit bow in, is the question. I wouldn't doubt... No, he's gonna do his gamer turn, it looks like. So with that in mind, I'm just going to head out towards the middle of the map. And we're gonna try and get a little bit of a better angle on this Minnesota. It's most definitely gonna be turning in, or turning out probably. There we go. And we do manage to dodge getting spotted by the midway there, which is nice. Although the Minnesota does decide to turn all the way out, which I guess makes sense because he is unspotted now, so those torpedoes are most definitely going to miss unless he, for some reason, decides to turn back in, which he's of course not going to do because he has some semblance of IQ. Maybe not much, but enough to have dodged though, so that's unfortunate. Z-23 was spotted for a few seconds right there. No, those aren't going to hit anything, unless, like, maybe the Akizuki ints into them. Which is not going to happen. Speaking of that Akizuki... don't int into detection, please. No, there we go. I'm expecting this Akizuki to smoke up, because he's getting kind of hammered a little bit. And Akizuki only has a smoke generator in that slot, so I know he has it. And he's going to smoke up, and that's going to allow me to go dark, because that Akizuki was the one who was spotting me. But because he smoked up and broke the line of sight, we are no longer detected. So that Akizuki's low. And there's a fucking Yoshino on the B line. That's just your typical Yoshino player right there. I really don't want to step into the cap right here. And the biggest reason for that is simply because I don't want this midway to come grief me. Our Essex should be able to finish off that Akizuki no problem. And even if he doesn't, this Nevsky or the Sejong should be able to. So, well, never mind. Welcome to World of Warships. Sakazuki gets detected again. Okay, then he's getting radared by the Nevsky. He is almost certainly dead here. Maybe not. No. No, this Nevsky should get him. Come on. Don't let the fucking 800 health Akazuki get away. No, he didn't. Okay. I'm going to... Honestly, I'm gonna let this Akazuki either smoke up and farm out this St. Vincent, or he's gonna step into the cap and then be forced to smoke up because there's gonna be a midway coming to grief him. And he does manage to get himself detected. Is he gonna get blind shot is the question. No, oh he did, but he didn't die. Because that guy shot armor piercing instead of HE. The one time HE would have been the better choice. That's the St. Vincent nuclear torpedo. We could do without those here. Just gonna launch those. St. Vincent's locked bow in. And we are also being blocked now by said St. Vincent. So we're just going to start kiting away. And this Minnesota's going to turn out from those torpedoes, or he's just going to straight line and eat them. Okay. Oh, Golden Lou's low. And those aren't going to hit the North Carolina because they were spotted by the St. Vincent. Japanese torpedoes things. Go. Let's save our last rack for this St. Vincent. And there goes that Minnesota. And the Nevsky. We're not going to let a Z-23 walk all the way around and into our base, are we? There's no way. And these are not going to hit unless he just slows down. Sejong's going to die. I honestly was expecting that St. Vincent to turn a little bit sooner than he did, but he didn't, so rip the dream. We are going to get a couple of cheeky shots off on the St. Vincent. Or just one cheeky shot off on the St. Vincent. Is Akazuki gonna donate? Vote now on your phone. Okay, no, the Z-23 fucked off. Like, way fucked off. Okay. That is not exactly where I thought he would have been, given the fact that there was a Des Moines right there. He had to literally kind of slip in between an Iowa, a Schlieffen, and a Des Moines. But he somehow did it. And he hasn't been detected in 5 minutes until something spotted him right there. Which I can only assume was the carrier, but it's time to go Z-23 hunting, boys. Wish me luck here. And he's gonna smoke up. And here comes the planes to piss me off. There goes him. Nice drop from that carrier. And he's gonna drop a fighter on me, like that's going to really help him. I can't even farm plane kills because the fucking fighters are out of range. Okay, whatever. Guess now we're gonna be going Republic hunting Well, maybe not, because that Republic is might gonna die. I mean, he's on 30k, but he is broadside to the Schlieffen, although the Iowa shot is obstructed. It looks like the Essex smoked up the Colbert, so that Repub's probably going to get farmed pretty hard. They still have a Yoshino on the fucking A-line, by the way. That is your average Yoshino player. Literally sitting here at... What even is that? It's kind of hard to gauge that distance just because of it being horizontal or parallel to me, rather. But that's... I'm just going to assume that that's at least 15 kilometers, I think is a safe assumption. And this Repub is just going to, I'm just going to launch one. I don't think that those are even going to hit. I don't think those are going to be able to hit, because I think he's going to die before he even, those two torps even get there. And I also think he's going the other way around the island there. Yeah, those aren't going to hit. Which is unfortunate, but oh well. Now, I guess we can sit here and cap, and or go and just farm a little bit more spotting off of this Yoshino. Maybe off of this Midway as well, but I don't think that's going to happen. This Yoshino is still running away. Because it's a Yoshino player. That's what they do. Oof. That, rip to that guy. And also possibly rip to me, because here comes the Midway. I honestly don't want to cap right here. I want to be a greedy idiot and farm a little bit more spotting damage. So we're just going to go and do that. We're gonna greed hard for this, boys. And then Yoshino's gonna go behind the island, but it doesn't matter because it's a Yoshino. I'm just going to go and keep this Midway spotted, and hopefully if someone claps it, I get the spotting credit for it. Although he's about to go behind the island because he's a little prick. Yeah, look at him. And I don't even think I'm going to be able to get the credit for it, because there's a fucking carrier spotting him, because it's the last ship left alive on the team. Oh, looks like I did get at least a little bit of the credit for it. Maybe. I didn't get credit for that, though, because Lamau carriers. That's an HEGK, by the way. Is that good? This is also the downside of running the stock gun range. Even though it is a very strong build to run it the way I have it with the stock range, when you're trying to get a pelt, it's a little bit on the suboptimal side, because you have to fucking run it down at this pelt in order to actually get it. And here comes more GKHE. Just going to be a little bit greedy. Ow, that was annoying. And we're about to cap them out as well. This fucker's gonna actually get away! It's a tragedy! Bounces! Hello? Ooh! I don't know who got that, but someone got it. That was a screenshot and a half. Alright, that works. Whoops. Okay. Did I get that? Yeah! Look at that! We got him, boys! We're gonna take a screenshot of that. Alright, so that is 185,000 spotting damage. Only 65k regular damage, but the fact that we earned a combat scout really is what proves that we did our job in this game, and that's just keep shit spotted, torpedo opportunistic targets, and really just play to win and not be greedy until the game's already won. So, with that being said, I mean, this, honestly, I didn't really, like, I might do, like, a much more in-depth, guide on this particular game, because this, I think, is a really good example of just the most fundamental, destroyer play that you can get. It's just, your job is cap and vision control, as a destroyer more than anything else. And by playing for those two things, and by doing that, you will be playing to win. And as a reward for playing to win, the damage and experience will just come to you. And it does suck really hard that this was a standard battle, so I couldn't get any capture points. But if there was a C cap over where I spawned, I would have been playing for that constantly. And then once that was secure, I would have rotated over to B instead of a little bit north towards their base. But really, this is, I think, is a great example of just fundamental destroyer play, like the most fundamental of destroyer play that you can get, and we're in a bottom tier game, no less. So that's always nice. So that, I think, is going to be enough for today. We did get a little bit lucky that both of their radar cruisers were kind of bad, but it also shows you how to play against radar a little bit. You can just tank the radar as you need to. Ideally, you wouldn't, but because it was a Minotaur and it does not overmatch my armor, and then the Alaska just kind of donated, I wasn't too worried about them. So that, I think, is enough of all the by the ways that I have. Yeah, I think that should be all of the 3 or 4 by the ways that I have for this. So that is going to do it for this game. I hope you have enjoyed this game and that you learned something, and I hope it helps you in your future destroyer play. So on that note, I will see you tomorrow.